Alright, what's up, juggalos and juggalettes? Hang loose forever. I've got my necklace that I accidentally painted over. By accidentally, I mean purposefully, willfully. My plan right now is to drive to Sunnyside, Washington, and there's a new skate park that is out there that was built by the great folks at Evergreen Skate Parks. They just make amazing skate parks that are really kind of cruiser friendly, very like mellow transition, and by mellow I mean like flatter, not as extreme. I believe they made one out here in Vernonia, and they've made like a couple in Portland, or maybe one in Portland and a couple in Oregon. So yeah, they just built both of those. I already checked out Vernonia. It's dope, but I only get to spend a little time out there. I'm thinking of maybe going to Coeur d'Alene and visiting my friend from high school. So I'm pretty stoked for this. Also just nicked these from Fred Meyer. I haven't seen them before, so I'm excited to try them out. I am a sucker for dark black calligraphy pens. Actually, it's not too bad in the back, but this seat always just gets so much crap on it. I did get a skim board too, and I'm hoping to paint a bunch of stuff. This is Bingen, Washington. And there's the skate park. There is the skate park. You can kind of see it. Here we are. It's a fucking beautiful day. And, I'm not sure if I'm going to make it like the whole way across the country, or if I'm just going to go to Idaho for a little bit and chill, or if I'm just going to go to Sunnyside, but I'm feeling like go to Coeur d'Alene and checking it out. It's just something new. It sounds rad, and if I'm blowing gas money, it's all good. I've got this Ford Explorer, and it's just hella nice, and I really should utilize it. You really only have one life to live. Lots of stuff with COVID and just like a lot of not like happy stuff going on, despite how like beautiful the world still is, and we might as well enjoy it and explore it. There's so much to see. Like, that's the coolest thing I feel in my life. Even if I live to be 200 through nanotechnology, I still probably wouldn't hit every single spot on this earth. And then there's like, if I do happen to live to 200, perhaps space exploration and space colonies are like an actually real thing, not just science fiction. Oh, this spot is really great. Engine was really like disappointing. It takes about an hour 15 to get there, and I was just like aching to skate. I've just kind of had like a little bit of a stressful 12-hour period. I'm sitting in traffic right now. There's like a wreck ahead. I thought it said road work ahead, but it said wreck ahead. Yeah, I was looking at the Coeur d'Alene demographics. It did not mention black people at all. And it was like there were 5 groups, and the very last group was 0.8%, and there was like no black people mentioned. So, and then I just read something about there being like a white pride event during Pride Parade. But I know there's like a really good skate park there, and it's the water sports capital of the world, so I really do want to go there. And I've been thinking about Georgia too. I'm listening to Genuine, and I'm pretty sure he's from Georgia. Yeah. Okay, it seems like one way is going. You should never go with your first choice. And that's also, I think, the film A Beautiful Mind was about that. John Nash, he chose the second hottest girl, and she ended up being like way hotter than the first hottest girl ended up just not being, like, she ended up having disfiguration. I think he founded the first online dating app. I'm Cool Hand Luke, I play it chill. Alright, so there's a pleasant shot of that. What I just saw was so horrifying, I couldn't even film it or take a photo. It was basically like 2 cars that were twisted beyond recognition on this road, this like narrow road, probably both vlogging at the same time. There was nobody, I don't know if, I can't imagine, like, there had to be at least a fatality and I overheard one of the guys say something about a fatality. Kind of wish I would have taken just one photo, but I really felt like being respectful at that moment, just because it probably at least one person died. So yeah. Another thing is it's really beautiful out here. I went to Sunnyside. It sucked. There was lots of these guys. These little pebbles everywhere. And the park is a masterpiece in design, but a total failure in engineering. Morning. So, I've been talking a lot to the camera, but not actually doing things or showing things. I'm in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho right now. And I'm at a pretty interesting park. This is where I slept last night. And there's a giant fire helmet with a slide coming out of it. Up here is a BMX park / velodrome, and then some dirt mountain bike trails. And over here we've got this plaza, which is dedicated to fallen firefighters and police officers of Idaho. And there's something I've never seen before, is a wireframe model, like a large one, of somebody holding a gun, and it's kind of cool. So yeah, I had about a 7-hour drive from Vancouver, Washington. I went on the Washington side of the river, and I skipped over 205. There was all this traffic in the morning. I got out to Bingen. I tried to skate. The wind there was so obnoxious that I just kind of gave up. I felt like I was windsurfing the whole time. And then I decided to go to Sunnyside, Washington, which is where Evergreen Skate Parks have built their newest masterpiece. The only problem is the entire perimeter of it is surrounded by really grainy, terrible pebbles. And it's fairly windy there too, so all the pebbles blow on this pristine park and mess up all the routes, and it makes you really stressed out. And the whole park is super flowy, super surfy. It makes you really tense when you have all these pebbles, so you can't ride it how it's supposed to be ridden. So the design was like a 9 out of 10, but I don't know whose idea it was to put the entire perimeter of park with pebbles, but I don't think it was the skate park builders. I think it was something with the city, something like water and tracking in mud or something. But that really, it ruined it. I didn't even film any footage there. I just got out of there. I was like, on top of that, the whole town, I don't know, I just kept seeing all these people that were like scowling at me, and it was either really young, kind of trashy children with like mullets, or these like old, extremely white people, like white guys and white like grandmas that all just look like angry and kind of like just not friendly. It was one of those situations, and I'm sure people can relate, where like you get really excited to go somewhere, and then you go there and it's not exactly as promised. Really frustrating, because it's really well done and it's cool that this place exists, but it's pretty much completely ruined by the pebbles. Alright, what's up? We're in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and there's this beautiful lake. I just jumped into it. This is called Tubbs Park, and it's going to be about 73 today. My plan is to go back to Spokane and explore a little bit, and yeah, and then maybe I'll come back here. I don't know, but it's been pretty great, blessed time. Last night where I camped, I was awoken by some police activity, not for me, but I think there was like a guy who was stranded or something. It was kind of confusing. So this is still Coeur d'Alene. There's a ferry to take you to the watery grave, and that you are so inclined, perhaps a pilot boat. Yeah, doing this while ascending, just like Kevin Nealon. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good view of kind of the core of Coeur d'Alene. They've got all these awesome pathways, pretty good for like cruiser skateboarding. So I think I'm gonna get some cruiser wheels. Alright, looking around, some cool stuff. Yeah, a little bit boring, but I'm actually parked right next to a skate spot. Look at that sweet ride on grind. Hello. I like to think that somebody cleaning the window is really just waving at you. Alright, we're in Spokane right now. Look at this. This is a donkey swimming spot. Got my friend down there. Yeah, I thought there was a rope swing here that there's not. The water's super cold, probably not going to get in. And I'm probably going back to Coeur d'Alene. But I'm going to explore just a little more and get on out of here. In case you don't know, Idaho, marijuana is illegal. You get arrested for it. Remember the good old days when you had to pay 20 bucks for ass weed and you had to wait like till 2 a.m. and your dealers wokes up, and then you have to go over there and it's like outside of town and they may or may not be there, and they usually aren't. They're getting like something at the minute mark and you're waiting there forever, and then they're like, oh, what are you doing here? I don't even have any weed.